That's funny. Who's your client, Mr. Toshi?
Roger Mims, Judge.
All right, Roger Mims?
You want us to?
Yes. All right, jurors scheduled for jury trial. All right, so we'll have you all here tomorrow at 1:30. Yes, because we're still waiting for this jury to finish their deliberations. But they're not coming to the court for punishment if he were found guilty. I'm sorry, they're not going to the jury for punishment if he were to be found guilty, so there'll be no issues.
Judge, there were. I don't know if we'd like to hear about it today. Or
Sure.
tomorrow. There were a couple of issues. One kind of involves the state. I know that the court probably does not care which defendant gets tried first, but I know that they had an interest in not trying Mr. Mims' case first, which is a state issue, not a court issue. My particular issue, and I've not yet filed a request for this, is part of the substance of his indictment involves a civil protective order that I feel I may be lacking recovery on, or two, would like to look into a little more closely. I've never addressed this issue in an indictment before. So to that end, I don't mind requesting a continuance of the court this afternoon. The court would like for me to, or to wait until tomorrow.
Yeah, I'll see y'all tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Yes, once you sign the reset form, just turn the reset form back into me and then you'll be excused. All right, thank you.
Yeah.
And counsel, if you're requesting a jury trial, you need to, I mean, if you're requesting a continuance, court will need a motion.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you. Anyone else who has someone in the courtroom who is on bond? All right,
You have this case study form?
thank you.
Yes.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Oops, sorry, it's okay. Yes.
On bond for a plea.
Oh, yes, have them come up.
Yes,
And it's only one case?
ma'am. And it's recommendation.
All right. Rick, are you able to stand in for this plea?
Sure, it took me a second. I think that's an opportunity.
Yes. All right, the court is calling 2025 CR 0044180 State versus Diana Lacante. Could I have parties announce?
Rick Pena for the state of Texas.
Nick Aguilar on behalf of the Honorable Diana Lacante.
And how do you pronounce your last name? Lacante. All right, there's no, all right, you're not Jordan? She's not from Louisiana, okay.
Well, she says she is.
Oh, yeah.
It's not the correct pronunciation. What is your family doing?
He's over there.
Mom, come on, Mom. Teach you, you have to teach, oh, no, don't come forward. Yeah. You gotta teach your daughter better with the pronunciations. No. Yep, let me just tell you,
Yes, ma'am.
we're off the record.
How should I pronounce it from now on?
Put that accent over that E. All right, so we're back on the record. Counsel, have you received all the discovery in this case?
Yes, sir.
And did you review it with your client?
Yes, sir.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. And is there an application in this case?
Yes, Your Honor, it should be up there. I found it in my notes.
All right. Did you review the application for deferred adjudication or community supervision with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it?
Yes.
Did you review the true bill of indictment with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
Yes, Your Honor.
State you're proceeding on the indictment as presented, correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Did you review the court admonishments with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places? Did you understand your charge of possession of a controlled substance penalty group 1 gram to 4 grams as a third-degree felony? Range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 10 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. If you have a plea bargain agreement with, why are you putting Citizenship Louisiana on this paper?
That, I always do that, Judge, just so the judge knows I asked, always put in state.
Okay, all right.
When you see that, you'll see it on all my, I always make a note there so they know I asked.
Oh, okay. I was like, are you just doing that?
Another country. Lafayette.
Lafayette, okay.
You know where that's at.
All right. Did you understand by entering this plea, the court does not have to follow your plea bargain agreement? If for any reason the court doesn't follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
Yes.
You have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call, and the right to remain silent. By entering this plea, you are giving up those rights. Did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea in this case? Did you understand that the court were to grant your application for deferred adjudication, if for any reason your deferred adjudication were revoked, the court could find you guilty and sentence you up to 10 years in the prison and up to a $10,000 fine?
Yes, sir.
Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
Yes, Judge,
Do you believe she has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against her?
very much so, yes.
Do you believe she's currently competent and is legally sane at the time of the offense?
Yes, Judge.
Has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter this plea?
No.
Anyone promised you anything other than the plea?
No.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived her rights to jury trial. Did you review the plea bargain page with your attorney? Did you understand it?
I did.
Okay. According to the plea, punishment is to be assessed at a $2,000 fine. The state is recommending deferred adjudication, and there's to be restitution for drug testing. Did you understand that to be the plea?
Maybe.
Oh, well, let me go over it. So, according to your plea bargain agreement, there's a $2,000 fine.
Yes.
The state is recommending that you be placed on a form of probation that's called deferred adjudication. Did you understand that?
Yes.
And they're asking for restitution, and the restitution is supposed to be for the drug testing. Do you understand?
Yes.
They don't have an amount for the drug testing because it's not in the police report how much it costs to test the drugs. Do you understand that to be your plea?
Yes.
Defense, is that the plea?
Yes, Judge.
State, is that the plea?
It is, Your Honor.
Did you review the waiver of appeal paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in both places?
Yes.
Did you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal? The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand? Counsel, were there any such motions?
No, Your Honor.
Outside the agreement, the state is recommending that your deferred adjudication be for a term of 4 years. There be a TAP evaluation and 150 hours of community service restitution. Did you understand that was a recommendation from the state and the court does not have to follow those recommendations? Then to the offenses charged, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest? State, any evidence?
Yes, Your Honor. At this time, state offers into evidence, state exhibit 1 with all attachments.
All right, state, you may be excused.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Judge, we have no.
Did you review the waiver and stipulations with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places? Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call in the right to remain silent?
Yes.
Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports, but most importantly, there'll be no live testimony? Did you understand? Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments, and the court will review the same. All right, after reviewing state's exhibits one and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty. The court will defer finding of guilt as you've applied for deferred adjudication. All right, proceeding with sentencing.
If you would consider that this afternoon, Judge, yes.
All right, anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Judge, Diana was in an abusive relationship. She admits that she did one of the drugs in her stock. She tells me she was self-medicating to help her through the relationship she was in. It's never been in trouble before that I'm aware of. So it took a bit to get through to understand the deferred concept, or deferred adjudication supervision concept. But she would like you to consider granting her the deferred adjudication for a period of 4 years.
All right, are you employed?
Yes.
What do you do?
I'm a sales agent.
And what are you selling?
Spectrum. Spectrum.
Spectrum.
Spectrum. Okay. Spectrum does keep going up on their prices. Nobody knows. They get you in with the contract and then prices rise. So I've heard. How long you been working there?
I just started, it's my 4th week.
The last time we were here in quarantine, we got out of here quick so that you could get her orientation that was.
All right. And how many children do you have?
3,
What are their ages?
25, 22, and 17.
All right. And do they still live with you?
No,
Okay. Where's the 17-year-old? Who's he with?
he's with his dad.
And if you're drug tested today, what are the results going to be?
I'll pass.
Hmm?
I'll pass.
When's the last time you used?
4/20, 2024.
Okay. All right, this is what the court is going to do. There's a $2,000 fine that will be probated. 4 years deferred adjudication. 150 hours of community service restitution. And you know what? Even though he's 17, I'm going to ask for the parenting classes. You can never go wrong with the parenting class. Once you complete the parenting classes, the 150 hours of community service restitution will be deemed satisfied. Now, if you don't want the parenting classes, your other option is to work in the Texas heat for 150 hours.
Yeah, I don't mind classes either.
Okay. So there has to be regular reporting by Zoom or in person, regular random UAs, proof of employment within 30 days, no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. Do you have to go to work today?
Oh, yes.
Okay. Then we'll do a UA tomorrow. There'll be field visits 1 time per month for 4 months. TAP evaluation, out of custody, follow TAP recommendations. If TAP recommends inpatient treatment, we can start with intensive outpatient treatment.
I did all that. No,
Right.
I did
Hmm.
inpatient, I did outpatient. I
Oh,
still-
just give that information to them. Okay, but what the TAP evaluation is, it's just some questions you need to answer and they'll make a decision. They may say you don't need anything, all right? All right, probation, is there anything else? Is there anything else you need from the court in order to be successful?
Just a question, if I can take the UA today, that way I don't have to miss tomorrow too.
Sure, you can take a UA today. All right, anything else?
Will somebody give her guidance on where to take that?
Yes. All right, did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it? All right, because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Do you understand?
I understand.
All right, we can go off the record. In this court, communication is key to be successful on probation. If you have an issue, let your probation officer know. If you feel they're not addressing it, you can always come back to the court. All right? All right, good luck to you.
Thank you so
All right,
much.
you're welcome.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, bye-bye. Mick, you were great as far as the testing.
I think we'll be fine today.
Yes,
Thank you, Judge.
you're welcome.
So what was the proper pronunciation?
Let me just tell you.
The state, sometimes the city, you saw
Yeah.
it, that way they look down and know I asked.
Yeah, because let me just tell you, that is always, that's the first time I've seen that. So that's why I was like, LA, what?
We put it there just so that they can look to say, okay, you talked about it.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, thanks. Have a good one. Yes. I don't know. I'll have to look and see. Yeah, just give me a moment. All right, who's here on Jaylen Zavala? Vashon, are you ready for this one? It's a probation application. All right, the court is calling 2024 CR 0126. I think this is one, let me see, the writing is faded. Just 1 second. 012615, State versus Jaylen Zavala. Can I have parties announce?
Yes, Jason Garrett here for the state, Your Honor.
Martha Crowe.
And are you Ms. Zavala?
Yes.
Counsel, have you received all discovery? Did you review it with your client? Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Ms. Zavala, did you review the application for deferred adjudication or community supervision with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it?
Yes.
Did you review the true bill of indictment with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
We do, Judge.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
No, Your Honor, we're proceeding on a lesser included DWI first, Class B misdemeanor.
Any objection?
No objection.
All right, did you review the admonishments with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes.
Did you understand the state is proceeding on driving while intoxicated as a Class B misdemeanor? Range of punishment is up to a $2,000 fine and up to 180 days in the Bexar County Jail. Did you understand?
Yes.
If you have a plea bargain agreement with the state, the court does not have to follow your agreement. If for any reason the court does not follow your agreement and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
Yes.
Did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call in, the right to remain silent? You're gonna need to speak up so I can hear.
Yes.
Did you understand by entering this plea, you were giving up those rights?
Yes.
And did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea in this case?
Yes.
Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
She has.
Do you believe she has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against her?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you believe she's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
I do.
Ms. Zavala, has anyone threatened, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter this plea?
No.
Anyone promised you anything other than the plea?
No.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived her right to jury trial. Did you review the plea bargain page with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
According to the plea, the state is proceeding on the DWI first. Punishment is to be assessed at 180 days in the Bexar County Jail. There's a $500 fine. State recommends community supervision. There's to be restitution to Adrian Harrison in the amount of $2,000. Did you understand that to be the plea?
Yes, ma'am.
Defense?
Yes.
State?
It is, Your Honor.
Did you review the waiver of appeal paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in both places?
Yes.
Did you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal? The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yes.
Counsel, have there been any such motions?
I know you're.
Outside the agreement, the state is recommending that your community supervision be for a term of 2 years. There'll be a TAP evaluation, 100 hours of community service restitution, and ignition interlock. Did you understand those are recommendations from the state and the court does not have to follow those recommendations?
Yes.
Then to the lesser included offense, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
Guilty.
State any evidence.
Yes, Your Honor, state exhibit number 1 with all of its attachments.
No.
All right, state, you may be excused.
Thank you, Judge.
Did you review the waiver and stipulations with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes.
Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state will call in the right to remain silent?
Yes.
Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports? But most importantly, there will be no live testimony. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments, and the court will review the same. All right, after reviewing states exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and the court will find you guilty of the lesser included offense. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yeah.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client? All right, are you employed?
Yes.
What do you do?
I set appointments for vacations. It's called, resort vacations.
Okay. And how many children do you have?
Just one.
And where is the child now?
I don't know, what is that?
And do you and the father live together?
Yes.
So what have you been doing since this incident happened? How have you changed your life?
Been working, staying home. Following my orders.
Mhm.
As for pretrial drug testing every week. And
So what, I mean, how did you come to be in this place with driving?
I got dropped off.
And then, not today, I'm so sorry. That's my fault for not being clear. I'm talking about the incident when this happened. So how did this come to be that you have the child in the vehicle and you're intoxicated?
I'm sorry, I'm confused by the question.
All right, so according to this, you were driving a vehicle,
Mhm,
you were intoxicated. A child was in the vehicle with you.
mhm.
How did all of that happen? Like, why were you drinking and driving with a child in the vehicle?
I was dropping off my friend home. I had asked his dad to watch him, but he was gonna end up leaving with his friend, so I had no choice but to take my son.
No, I mean, that's where you tell the friend, hey, I've been drinking. You're gonna have to find your own ride. Here's an Uber, or you're gonna have to spend the night here. And the reason why I want you to think about what you did is because anything could have happened. And I haven't done any research on this. My statistics professor will be very upset for me saying this because I haven't done the research. But usually what ends up happening when people get in an accident and they're intoxicated, passengers are always injured or either passengers die. Usually the person who's intoxicated, they're just fine. And you know what ends up happening? They come to court, they're crying, they're upset because either they killed their best friend who's in the vehicle with them, or either they killed somebody who's just trying to get home. You understand?
Yes, I understand.
So you're one of those people who cannot drink. Your attorney, how long have you been practicing? Like a long time, right?
Yes.
So this is what I can tell you. I don't think your attorney has ever represented anybody who was charged with DWI and they tell her, you know what, my intention was to drink to intoxication and to kill somebody or to hit somebody or to get pulled over for driving while intoxicated. That's one of the crimes where nobody intends for that to happen, but it ends up happening. So you're one of the people who cannot drink alcohol at all because you don't know when to stop. You understand?
Yes.
And while you're on this probation, you're not allowed to drink at all. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
So have you been taking classes or doing anything?
Yes, I've been doing the AA meetings.
Mhm.
I'm still doing them.
All right. Are you enjoying the AA meetings, getting to know people and,
Yes.
okay. All right, this is what the court is going to do. There's a $500 fine that will be probated. 180 days in the Bexar County Jail, suspended and probated for 2 years. Regular reporting by Zoom or in person, regular random UAs, 100 hours of community service restitution. I'm going to order parenting classes. Once you complete the parenting classes, 50 of those hours will be deemed satisfied. The other 50 hours, I'm going to ask her to do 50 sober meetings in 50 days. And that will take care of the remaining community service hours. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
There's going to be a TAP evaluation out of custody. Follow recommendations. There's to be the ignition interlock state. How long did you want the ignition interlock?
As we have left it up to the court, but generally, we ask for half the term.
All right, I'll set the ignition interlock counsel at half the term. If she's doing well, I may change that.
So she's not operating a motor vehicle. She doesn't have one. Hers totaled in the accident. We can request a PAM in lieu of the ignition interlock.
All right,
And an affidavit of non-driving, I suppose.
all right. So it'll be probation, it'll be ignition interlock for half the term, or it'll be PAM for half the term with an affidavit of non-driving. Is there any vehicle at that home?
Just my son's dad.
All right, so it's gonna have to be ignition interlock on that vehicle.
On that vehicle, she has access to it.
Yes. All right, probation, it's gonna be ignition interlock for half the term because there's access to a vehicle at the home. And then you all want to talk about this driver's license suspension? Minimum 90. Maximum 180.
The state will be requesting 90 days, Your Honor.
All right, so there's gonna be a driver's license suspension for 90 days. And there is to be restitution, if any, to Adrian. Oh, thank you, probation. I mean, thank you, state.
Yeah, yes.
Adrian Harrison. All right, sure.
And can she be given credit for the 90 days that her license was already suspended? She did consent to that breath test and it came back 0.01, 0.02.
All right, there's to be restitution, if any, to Adrian Harrison of $2,000. DWI education course. And victim impact panel live. Probation, is there anything else? Well, they have this listed as restitution, if any, but both parties have agreed to $2,000.
Correct.
Is that correct?
That is correct, Judge.
All right, so both have agreed to 2,000, even though they put if any.
Yeah.
But the most is $2,000 because that's what everybody has agreed to. But it could potentially end up being less. All right. Anything else?
Statement.
They've agreed to a total of $2,000.
And that's it.
That's it. But the person may end up giving you bills that are less than 2,000. So,
Still want to say
yes.
nothing from the.
All right. Anything else you need from the court to be successful?
No.
Did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it?
Yes.
All right, because this is plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Do you understand?
Yes.
All right, we can go off the record. So the reason why I said to them the $2,000 at the max, because sometimes people will turn in information and it end up being less than the 2,000. So, all right. Yes, proof of employment within 30 days, no employment as a home healthcare provider with minors. Do you think in this case we need field visits? What are you thinking?
I would say for at least 3 months.
All right, thank you. And then field visits 1 time per month for 3 months. Okay?
That's what that is.
Oh, that's where probation comes out to your house, just to make sure everything is going the way it should be, okay?
Okay.
All right, in this courtroom, to be successful in probation, communication is key. If you have an issue, let your probation officer know about it. If you feel they're not addressing it, you can come in and address it with me, okay?
Okay.
All right, good luck to you, all right?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Judge.
Thanks, counsel. Okay. Yeah, yes, I'm going in order, but I have to take the other cases before I get to the off docket matter, but I'm getting there. All right, thank you. All right, who's here? Renee Camarillo? And is that a plea on 2 cases?
Yes, Judge.
And I'm assuming no applications.
Correct, Judge.
All right.
They were simply requesting that we could have the formal sentencing next week. Due to victim impact, they're not available this week.
Okay.
If it's preferably Monday or Wednesday, Tuesdays really busy.
All right.
Next week, for sentencing.
All right, the court is calling 2024 CR 5219 and 2024 CR 5218, State versus Renee Camarillo. Can I have parties announced?
Jason Garahan for the state, Your Honor.
Marissa Giovanco for Mr. Camarillo.
And are you Mr. Camarillo? Counsel, in each of the cause numbers, have you received all discovery and did you review it with your client?
I believe I have and I did.
In each of the cause numbers, the court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. In each of the cause numbers, Mr. Camarillo, did you review the true bill of indictment with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, in each of the cause numbers, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
I do, Judge.
State, and the cause number ending in 19, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
And Judge, I believe that's the felony murder.
It's the aggravated robbery.
Okay, yes, Your Honor, we're proceeding on count 1 and count 2
Okay.
in that indictment.
And then in the cause number ending 218, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
No, Your Honor, we're proceeding with count 1, the murder charge, and waiving count 2 and count 3.
Any objections?
No, Judge.
In each of the cause numbers, did you review the court admonishments with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, ma'am.
In the cause number ending in 19, you're charged with the offense of aggravated robbery in counts 1 and in count 2. In cause number ending in 18, you're charged with murder. In each of the cause numbers, the range of punishment for each of those offenses is anywhere from 5 to 99 years or life in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
If you have a plea bargain agreement with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court does not follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
Yes.
In each of the cause numbers, you have a right to a jury trial. You have a right to remain silent. You have a right to have your attorney confront any witnesses that the state would call to testify against you. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so do you understand by entering this plea, you're giving up your right to a jury trial?
Yes.
Do you understand by entering this plea, you're giving up your right to remain silent?
Well,
So,
yes.
for example, if you were to go to a jury trial, the state could not call you to testify. Do you understand?
Yes.
Right, because you're entering into a plea, you can be called as a witness because you're giving up your right to not be called or your right to remain silent. Do you understand?
Yes.
Okay. And do you understand you're also giving up your right to have the state call witnesses to seek to prove that you're guilty beyond a reasonable doubt? Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
And so in doing that, you're giving up your right to have yourself or your attorney question any witnesses that the state would call. Do you understand?
Yes.
Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses? Do you believe he has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against him?
I believe he does.
Do you believe he's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
I believe so, yes.
Mr. Camarillo, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter this plea?
No, ma'am.
Anyone promised you anything other than the plea?
No, ma'am.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, in each of the cause numbers, the court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived his right to jury trial. In each of the cause numbers, did you review the plea bargain page with your attorney?
Yes.
Did you understand it?
Yes.
All right, in the cause number ending in 19, according to your plea, the state is proceeding on counts 1 and 2. They're asking that your punishment be assessed at 20 years in the prison. There's an affirmative finding of deadly weapon. There are no applications. This case will run concurrently with 2024 CR 5218. And they are taking in consideration 2025 CC 005805. In the cause number ending in 19, the state is proceeding on count 1. They're asking that your punishment be assessed at 20 years in the prison. There's an affirmative finding of deadly weapon. There are no applications. And this will run concurrent with 2024 CR 5219. Thank you. And they're taking in consideration 2025 CC 005805. Did you understand that to be the plea?
Yes.
So according to your plea bargain agreement, in each of these cause numbers, the state is requesting that you serve 20 years in the prison. Do you understand? And do you understand with a 20-year sentence and an affirmative finding of deadly weapon, you're not eligible for parole until 10 years are served flat, which means 10 years, day for day. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand that to be the entirety of your plea?
Yes, ma'am.
Defense,
Yes, Judge.
state?
It is, Your Honor.
All right. Did you review the waiver of appeal paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in both places?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal? The only items that can be appealed are pretrial motions that your attorney has filed and that we've had hearings on And I've made a ruling on those motions. Did you understand? Counsel, have there been any such motions?
No, Judge.
Then in each cause number, the court will find that the defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived his right to jury trial and that the defendant understands the nature of the plea bargain agreement and the defendant understands the exact plea bargain that has been reached with the state. Is there anything that you do not understand that I've spoken to you about so far? All right. Then in 2024 CR 5218 to count one murder, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest? And then in 2024 CR 5219 to count one of aggravated robbery, how do you plead? And to count two of aggravated robbery, how do you plead? State any evidence to support the defendant's plea.
Yes, Your Honor, in each of the indictments, state exhibit number 1 with all of its attachments.
Judge, I have gone over those with my client, and we have no objections.
All right. Mr. Camarillo, in each of the cause numbers, did you review the waiver and stipulations with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in all the appropriate places? So what stipulations are you're agreeing that's what in the documents, you're saying that's what happened. Do you understand? All right, so again, you can have a jury trial. At the jury trial, the state would present witnesses. Your attorney would have a chance to cross-examine those witnesses. Do you understand? With these stipulations that you're agreeing to, the state is not going to call any witnesses. Do you understand?
Yes.
So the court will be making a ruling on whether or not the state has produced enough evidence to find you guilty of each of these counts beyond a reasonable doubt by reviewing what the state has presented in the waivers and stipulations. Do you understand? In each of the cause numbers, the court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments, and the court will review the same. Off the record, while I'm reviewing this, if you all want to talk with Ms. Ferguson about the date when you all want to come back.
Yes,
Yes,
Judge.
Judge.
So we can.
Might be.
All right. After reviewing states exhibits 1 and attachments and each of the cause number, the court will find that there's sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and the court will find you guilty in each count. All right, with regard to sentencing,
Yes, Judge, just a little snafu in that, next week, I know that Zoom may not be available.
no, it will not. Let me ask you, do y'all think they'll be able to Zoom sometime in this week or no?
I checked into that, Judge, and they're not available Thursday, Friday. And so I mean,
Are they available tomorrow?
I can check on that. I mean, if you give me a moment, I can
Yes.
call. Otherwise, it'd be, I think, June 30th, because I know that defense counsel's in trial the following week. But if you give me a
Sure.
second, I can call.
Okay. Okay. All right, just have a seat. We're gonna see when we can do sentencing. Thank you. All right, can you have their client? Can you have Mr. Rodriguez out in the box? Oh, no, that for the jury trial. We have a question.
Did one.
Right here.
Perhaps Q&A, Judge.
Mhm.
I'll draft the answer myself.
Okay.
Just don't show us the fence.
Oh, could I have that sheet of paper? State defense? And I've attached the answer.
You know,
No, I.
So,
No objections?
all right, we're gonna go on the record. We're back in the record in 2024 CR 006930. State versus Alexander Rodriguez. Can I have parties announce?
Zach Donner, Rick Pena for the state.
First, Hernandez Pratt and Marissa Giovanco, along with Alexander Rodriguez, for president.
All right, the jurors have the following question. What happens if we are unable to agree unanimously? Have both parties had a chance to review the question?
Yes, Judge.
Yes.
All right, the court proposes the following supplemental charge with reference to your inquiry. You have all the law before you. Please continue your deliberations. Any objections?
No objections from the state.
No objections from the defense.
Any objection to sending that question and that answer back to the jurors?
No objection from the state.
Thank you. All right, who's here on Carlos Saldana? All right, so you'll need to be back tomorrow at 1:30.
May I approach?
Yes.
You don't need that.
Okay.
We don't mind doing a bench job.
All right,
We're in agreement.
all right. Mr. Saldana, if you'll come forward.
They speak Spanish. with her.
Ah. Okay, then, do y'all want to do a bench trial tomorrow or what?
Tomorrow.
All right.
Oh, my clear, my schedule's clear.
Huh?
Oh, my schedule's clear.
Okay, yeah. All right, then, Ms. Ferguson. Saldana is coming back tomorrow for a bench trial. And we'll do it at, let's say, how long should
It
it take?
shouldn't take but the afternoon.
Yeah.
All right, let's put it at 2 o'clock, Nona. All right, once he signs the reset form, he's excused.
He's getting with judge, he's locked up.
Oh, he is?
I'm just joking.
Oh,
But he is locked up.
oh, all right then. Yes. Do you want your client, oh, it's for me. Do you want him dressed, counsel? He doesn't, I'm not gonna pay attention to dress.
Sorry.
Her t-shirt, please.
No.
Excuse you.
Yes, thank you, counsel.
Thank you.
Which page is he on? All right, thank you. Who's here on Teresa Frius?
President, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, so on this case, what is happening?
Judge, I believe we have an agreement as to resolve the MTR and the new case that's pending.
Let's
Yours.
Yes, probation. Oh, no. They said they're gonna resolve the new case
Yes,
and the,
If the MTR is resolved, today, Ms. Frius will be accepted into felony drug court on Friday morning.
all right, that's a great program, but it's a difficult program. If you successfully complete it and take advantage of it, you're gonna do great. And your life will be open up to you, okay? All right. Is there anything, so the motion to revoke, do you all want to wait and handle that after she's accepted, or do we need to handle it now?
I would rather hand out that.
All right. So, do y'all have the motion to revoke on Frius? I have the new number. Is it? Just one second. This may be it. Nope, that's Washington. All right. So is she entering a plea on this?
Yeah, well, that was my plan, Judge, and then just our recommendation would be for her to be continued and altered and amended to be placed in felony drug court and comply with those conditions, just as well as a no contact order with a person in a place.
Okay.
And then we do have an agreement in place to resolve the other cases that she has pending as well.
Okay. All right. The court is calling 2024 CR 011808 State versus Teresa Louisa Frias. Okay, thank you. Can I have parties announced?
Megan Galloway for the state.
Renee Munoz on behalf of Ms. Frias.
And are you Ms. Frias?
Yes.
All right. Did you review the document entitled Application for Deferred Adjudication with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes.
Are you the same Teresa Louisa Frias who was placed on deferred adjudication in 2024 CR 011808
Yes.
for the offense of unauthorized use of a vehicle on April 8, 2025 for a period of 3 years? Is that you?
Yes.
All right, state.
A violation of condition number 1 on or about the 8th day of April 2025 in Bexar County, Texas. The defendant Teresa Louisa Frius committed the offense of assault in violation of condition number 1.
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
True. We waive and abandon the remainders, Your Honor.
No objection.
Did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 1, the court could find it true, grant the motion, find you guilty, and sentence you up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to $10,000 fine?
Yes, ma'am.
Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 1?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find violation of condition number 1 true. Is there a proposed agreement?
There is, Your Honor. The state is asking that you deny the state's motion, continue Ms. Frias on deferred adjudication, community supervision, and alter and amend her conditions for felony drug court. It's my understanding that the defendant did undergo the evaluation and is to be accepted to that specialty court on this Friday. And additionally, we would ask for a no contact order with Walmart stores and a person by the name of, I'm just gonna spell it, it's Nailea Mendoza. And we are taking into consideration cause number 2025 CR 006327.
Is that your agreement?
Yes, Your Honor, it is.
Are you asking the court to follow that agreement?
Yes.
Are you waiving your right to appeal?
Yes.
All right, can I have a file stamp for a motion to revoke, please? Oh, no problem. Thanks. All right, then the court will follow your agreement. Deny the motion, alter and amend to include felony drug court, no contact with Walmart. So that include all Walmarts, you understand?
Yes.
And with Nailea Mendoza,
Yes.
take in consideration 2025 CR 006327. Is there any other recommendations, probation?
No, no contact.
Nailea.
Thank you.
All right, is there anything else you need from the court to be successful? All right, good luck to you. I will, if, you know, I won't say if, when you graduate, if I'm in town, I will be at your graduation. Okay,
Thank you.
all right, thanks.
This is the appeal.
Thank you. You know something? Who is here on Mason, Washington? Oh, counsel, do you want to wait for him?
I was hoping we could judge.
Yeah, we can wait for him. All right, we'll wait. Who is here on Albert Estrada?
Have your honor. Way to go.
Court is calling 2025 CR 005300, State versus Albert Estrada. Can I have parties announced?
Rick Pena for the state of Texas.
George Schaefer for defendant, your honor.
All right,
Speak
and is-
for the court reporter and the judge to hear you, okay?
And is this an application?
No. I'm sorry, it is, your honor.
All right, probation, this is an application. It's Albert Estrada. Are you Mr. Estrada?
Yes, your honor.
Counsel, have you received all discovery? Did you review with your client? Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Mr. Estrada, did you review the application for community supervision with your attorney?
Yes, I
Did you understand it and sign it?
Yes, I did, your honor.
Did you review the true bill of indictment with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, I did, your honor.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
We do, your honor.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
No, Your Honor, we will waiving the repeat offender enhancement.
We have no objection to the state's waiver of that.
All right, did you review the court admonishments with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, your honor.
Did you understand you're charged by indictment with failure to comply with registration as a third-degree felony? Range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 10 years in prison
Yes, your
and up to a $10,000 fine.
yes, your honor.
If you have a plea bargain agreement with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court does not follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you, and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
Yes, your honor.
You have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call in the right to remain silent. Off the record for a moment. Deputy Laura. The person in the t-shirt, how old are they? Okay. How old are you?
Or a white t-shirt. How old are you, sir? Yeah, they just didn't have them all.
All right, we're back on the record. Did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call in the right to remain silent?
Yes, I do.
All right, off the record. How old is this person here in this black t-shirt? Yeah, show him your ID. All right, we're back on the record. Did you understand by entering this plea, you're giving up those rights?
Yes, your honor.
And did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea in this case? Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
He has, your honor.
Do you believe he has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against him?
He does, Your Honor.
Do you believe he's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
He is, Your Honor.
Mr. Estrada, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter this plea?
No,
Anyone promised you anything other than the plea?
no.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes, sir.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes, sir.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived his right to jury trial. Did you review the plea bargain page with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, sir.
According to the plea, punishment is to be assessed at 4 years in the prison. There's a $1,500 fine. State recommends community supervision. They're taking in consideration 2025 CR 005376, and there should be Chapter 62 compliance. Did you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Did you understand that to be the plea?
Good, Jaylen.
State, is that the plea?
It is, Your Honor.
Did you review the waiver of appeal paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in both places?
Yes, sir.
Did you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal? The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yes, sir.
Counsel, are there been any such motions?
No, Your Honor.
Outside the agreement, they're requesting that your community service be for a term of 4 years, 100 hours of community service restitution, MIC evaluation, follow all recommendations, DDRF, TAP evaluation, and follow all recommendations. Did you understand those are recommendations from the state and the court does not have to follow those recommendations?
Yes, I understand.
All right, so what I can tell both parties based upon what he's going to be on probation for, if I follow this agreement, there's no community service hours for him. They're not gonna find a place.
Okay.
The other thing, probation, is he able to do DDRF based upon his offense? Okay. I don't know if they'll accept him. So. All right, so he's not able to do that, and he won't be on the MIC caseload, will he?
No.
All right, so
Could
obviously
make an
there's some,
amendment to remove those and put on the zone, please.
oh, I mean, I'll just, what do y'all want to put down? Because what I can do is, what I can tell you based upon what's outside the recommendations, it appears that there's some mental health issues or something else that's going on. So I can ask for a referral to Center for Healthcare Services, but he doesn't meet the criteria for probation.
I think that, and then the specialty
Yes, all
supervision would be the best thing.
right. So you understand that you don't qualify for DDRF or the MIC caseload. They're gonna have you on a special caseload, and I'll do a referral to Center for Healthcare Services, and they'll address any type of mental health issues there are. That's all I can do. There's no other placement for me to put you. Do you understand?
No.
All right, so your attorney wants you placed on the mental health caseload.
No.
And he wants you placed on that caseload because obviously he's determined that there are some mental health issues that are at play here. Maybe you've been previously diagnosed with bipolar schizophrenia or something of that nature. So he wanted you to get help through that program. That program is not available for you due to the nature of your offense. Then he wanted you to be considered for DDRF, which again is associated with persons who have mental health issues, but based upon your charges.
And I have Dr. Rodriugez, I don't know if you know her.
Yes, that's why I'm saying you're going to be referred to Center for Healthcare Services. That's what I'm saying. Instead of that, because you don't qualify.
Okay, well, she's the one that wanted me to go out there too, because she continuing involved.
You don't qualify for that. And when I say you don't qualify for that, I can't order it. And probation, if I were to order it, probation can't follow through on that because you don't meet the criteria to be placed there. Because sometimes when people are charged with violent offenses or certain offenses, then according to the government funding source, you're not allowed to have violent offense as a part of the program. I'm not saying your offense that you're seeking probation for today is a violent offense, but the underlying reason for your having that registration, that is why you're not eligible for DDRF or the MIC program. So your attorney feels that you have mental health issues. So we're just gonna have to find another placement and we're gonna do that, okay? All right, then to the offense as charged, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest? State any evidence.
Yes, Your Honor, at this time, state orders into evidence, state exhibit 1 with all attachments. No objections, Your Honor.
All right, state, you may be excused. Did you review the waiver and stipulations with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes.
Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call and the right to remain silent?
Yes.
Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports? But most importantly, there'll be no live testimony. Did you understand?
Yes, sir.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments. The court has reviewed the same. The court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty and the court will find you guilty. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Your Honor.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
I'd like to say this, Your Honor, for many, many years, he has reported annually as required to. Last year, he had witnessed his brother shooting himself and he was depressed over it. I've explained to him that depression is not a defense to these offenses. But I wanted you to be aware of that.
I take full responsibility, but I let my depression get the best of me on that. So it caused me to isolate myself and seclude myself from civilization and basically put myself in like in a dark hole. And just recently coming back in here to I thought like kind of like exercises to help me deal with the depression. And because it's an experience that I wouldn't want to wish nobody with that, you know what I'm saying? After what I witnessed, I could have easily gone back to prison for 20 more years than what would I witnessed, And then on top of all that, just when I was coming back up, my mom died the same way. In my arms, same room, same house. So the reason I got myself into the trouble is because my dad and my older brother felt like that they needed to sell the house, which I was the only one that was fighting it because I didn't want to lose their memory. But I've been on this program for 25 years, never missed, always done what I do. But like I said, it was something new to me that, after witnessing him take his life in front of me, it's kind of like this, I lost myself. Like I said, I'm going to take full responsibility for that. I know what happened with him, but I let my depression get the best of me. So I just want a chance to go back and
I want the court to be aware of that.
All right, thank you for letting me know. All right, so I'm finding you guilty. The court is going to sentence you to 4 years in the prison, suspended and probated for 3 years, $1,500 fine, probated. You're going to be registered by the Special Offenders Unit. Supervised by the Special Offenders Unit. There's going to be regular reporting, regular random UAs, a referral for Center for Healthcare Services, TAP evaluation out of custody, follow recommendations. There's to be no residing with minors in Chapter 62 registration. Probation, is there anything else? All right, I'm so sorry. Are you employed? Were you employed before
I was employed, but like I said, I kind of lost my will to live, and then, like I said, it's just.
All right, so this is what I'm going to do because I know it's hard for you to find employment. Proof of employment within 60 days of release, no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. Did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and did you sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, good luck to you. And if for some reason things don't work out with your getting in touch with Center for Healthcare Services.
No, I have this time around, I have a lot of resources that I would refer to, and I have a lot of people that are trying to help me out.
All right. Well, if you need anything, we're here. Let your probation officer know. If you feel as though they're not addressing it, you can always come back to court and speak to me about it, okay?
I appreciate that.
All right, good luck to you. I'm sorry all of that happened to you.
I'm sorry. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Right over here, sir. Right over here, sir.
All right, thank you. I'll let his mom know. Just give me 1 second. All right, who is here on Mason, Washington? Oh, I'm so sorry. You're last. That's okay. I keep calling you because it's here. All right, Camarillo. What date?
Friday, Judge, this Friday.
All right. We will see you on Friday then.
Yes, yes, Judge, he checked with the family.
Well, you know, there's a movie you should be concerned about Saturday, the 14th, not Friday, the 13th. All right, so we're gonna bring you back on Friday, the 13th, okay? And that'll be your sentencing. Do you have any questions about anything? All right, we'll see you then.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. All right, who's here on Jaleesa San Renil?
Charles Gold Judge. I haven't seen him since very early.
All righty. Zachary Gilmore? I don't think that's on the docket. All right, who's here on Rudolph Brcino?
I'm here, Judge.
All right, where's he?
He's not here, so I have attempted to contact him.
have been unable to do so. So I just
All
wanted
right,
to
is he
check.
on a commercial bond?
But it-
All right, Deputy Laura, could somebody make an announcement in the hallway for Rodolfo Brcino III?
Like your shirt.
Oh, thank you. It's a dress thing.
Oh, it's a dress.
Yeah.
I just went to Paris. It's like one of my.
Oh
favorite
my
places.
gosh, don't you love Paris?
Yes.
Where did you go?
Well, it's just not obnoxious, but my sister's best friends with Eve, the rapper.
Yeah.
And so Eve was performing there, so we just went to see her and come.
No, that doesn't sound obnoxious. That sounds great.
Yeah, so we got to like be backstage and it was her and Nelly and
Well, I don't know why I wasn't invited, but okay.
Next time.
I'm gonna call your case last at like 10
Did
PM.
I just get in trouble for that? But I do love Paris. It's just like nowhere else. But then
Mhm.
the Saturday night we were there, the Paris soccer team won the European Cup.
Mhm.
They closed down all the streets. They said riots are coming, like they were prepared. The store windows were boarded up. And when we were walking home from dinner at like midnight, we got tear gassed.
Oh my God.
And yeah, so now I know I'd like to stay.
So now you
right
can tell,
side of
okay,
the-
so how was the tear gas experience?
Very uncomfortable. Instant, like I started crying, couldn't open my eyes. I wanted to throw.
Was it an ugly cry?
Probably. If there was a lot of mascara. You know, and it's just because, and we weren't even there for like the first, we were just walking through where it had been, and it was like,
Oh my gosh.
yeah.
Were you able to even see with the tear gas?
And we just kind of were walking blind. But it didn't, it's not like pepper spray, I guess. So once we were out of kind of the exposures, we were fine.
Yes.
But
So
like,
now when people, you know, where people always doing emails or they do something on Facebook and you check off things that you've never done.
oh.
Now you can
say,
do,
have
I've been tear gassed.
tear gassed and in a riot.
And then everyone would say, wait, do tell.
Yeah, exactly. It's an adventure.
All right.
He's on a PR bond.
All right, the court is calling 2025 CR 004-546 and 2025 CR 004-541, State versus Rodolfo Brcino III. Can I have parties announced?
In Galloway for the state.
Lauren Lufton from the service.
All right, this hearing was called at 9 AM. The defendant did not answer docket call this morning. Deputy Laura, was an announcement made? All right, have you had any contact with your client?
I've attempted to contact him, but no response.
All right, State.
We're requesting a judge's warrant, Your Honor.
All right, that will be granted and your client will be remanded without bond. If your client makes an appearance, the court will reconsider.
Thank you.
Thank you. I'm loving that story now.
So much. It's quite an adventure.
That
Uh,
must have been
It was fun.
very exciting. You know, every time I go back, I think I've seen it all. And you
Yeah.
haven't, you discover something else.
Yeah, and I just want to go and just walk around in the streets and feel cool.
You know,
Such a.
my very first time there, a group of us went because they had airfare for $300 round trip.
Oh, that's amazing.
And of course, this was when we were very young. So it's, who cares if we don't have a place to stay? We'll just
It works
walk
out.
on the street.
Right.
All right. Now, of course, I would never do that. It's like, we need a place to stay.
Yeah.
But one of our friends, we would go see sights and everything. And we were like, have you seen anything? We're like, no, we're just sitting in the park enjoying our time.
Everyone travels some, like I go through phases. Sometimes I'm like, you must hit all the like main important things. And sometimes I just want to sit.
I'm telling you, I'm going back again though, because I always want to see the 1,000 candles of light, that castle. When we went there, they said they had that. And I told my friend, there is no way somebody's out here lighting 1,000 candles. I said, they have to be electrical. Found out it's 1,000 candles. And when we said we need to do this, then they said, sorry, you missed the day that it was open.
So yeah, you have to go back.
So I have to go back.
You have to.
And I think it costs a lot of money, so I'm gonna have to do a GoFundMe for it, but.
Well, honestly, tickets are not, they're running great sales on
Oh.
tickets, and we did Austin to Philadelphia to Paris, so it
Mhm.
wasn't even a crazy travel, schedule.
Mhm.
Just kind of, oh, it was great.
Oh,
I do have a off-topic question.
sure. Is this Algebra
This is the gentleman that left you a message. So Is that?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Oh, I figure we just roll with it.
Okay, okay,
Yeah.
then I'll roll with it too.
Okay, yeah, we'll just
If
roll
you
with it.
were getting off, I was maybe gonna try to get off.
Oh,
but
no,
you're
I'm
sticking
fine
out.
with it.
Okay, and we'll see you in court next week.
All
That'll be
right, thank
exciting.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And then- Forgotten.
All right, who is here on Alfredo Campos? And then after that, I'm getting close to you, Mr. Davidson. All right, so we're here for discovery.
Yes, Your Honor, discovery seems to be sufficient at this point. We were also extended an offer. My client has rejected. We're wishing that this case be set for jury trial.
All right, I'll need an acknowledgement of discovery signed. How long do y'all expect this trial to last?
Maybe 3 days.
All right. He wants a jury trial or a bench trial?
Jury trial, Judge.
All right, look, he didn't even flinch. He's like, jury, we don't want to come to you, judge.
Explain the options with the client. Even
No problem. All right, Ms. Ferguson, I need a jury trial. It's family violence. If y'all can approach her and agree on a date and let me know what the date is.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. Yes. All right, what date?
July 29th.
All right, July 29th.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, Mr. Campos, your jury trial will be July 29th. Your plea deadline date has expired. The court will not consider any plea bargain agreements without good cause. Fernando Leal.
Also present on that one, Judge?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. So on this case,
Similar situation, Judge, discovery seems to be sufficient. I know at the previous setting, I was requesting video. It seems that that video is not in existence. It's from a covert officer. So we're also extending an offer today. Client has rejected said offer, requesting a jury trial.
all right. And yeah, for Mr. Leal, I only have one case. I don't have his other cases. But if you'll confer with Ms. Ferguson, state, how long do you expect this case to last? It's a drug case and possession of body armor and possession of a firearm.
A day.
All right, 1 day, Ms. Ferguson.
Is that with jury selection? Is that with jury selection or just
That's
test?
just the state's case, yeah. Oh, and yeah. It was fine.
Renee.
No, you're doing great. Mr. Leal, I'm looking for it. I only have the one thing. Fernando Leal. All right, Mr. Davidson. Your case has been taken care of.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you for your patience. All right, let me know the date. Sorry, what? No, I have this. Yes,
On that one, Judge, we came in agreement with the July 22nd.
all right, we see you then. All right, thank you. All right, Norma, where's Matthew Allen on Valerie Campion? All right, and we also need Luis Martinez on Howie. And Arlene Gay. Oh, hi, Arlene Gay.
Not even being invisible, I feel like maybe from Nationwide.
Let me know when you're ready.
Ready. Your Honor, there was something put up there, and that was from yesterday. The client is not present, he's in jail.
I'll good draw it.
Promise.
Yes.
Mhm.
So I got the sticky note. So let me see, what was your agreed bond?
It was 30, Your Honor, and you,
Was that his previous bond amount?
yes, Your Honor, but now should have been out,
Mhm.
but for somebody that I guess doesn't normally work in this court, the clerk closed the bond out. What's it? The bond,
All right, here's what I've done is I put a bond amount on here.
Okay.
Okay. So that's all I can do. Yeah. If you can make sure that's in the system. All right, thank you.
30?
That's what you said. Yeah, you all agreed to that? Oh, Norma did left and leave, or is she still here? Oh, see, I don't have my glasses on. All right, Luis Beltran. All right, you all are scheduled for jury trial,
Yes, Your Honor.
so you all will have to come back tomorrow because we're currently in the trial.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. Yes. Let me see the file, because if that's not the first time on a docket, they got a reset form.
Thank you, Ms. Boyd.
You're welcome. Have a good one. Oh. Yaya, on this one, is the complainant in custody? Or is she on bond? I think she's on bond. It's Campion. I need the reset form. Thank you. No, the reset form for this case, because they were here and they received a reset form. All right, thank you. Okay. All righty, I'll take care of it. Okay. And Deputy Laura, Beltran is coming back dressed for trial. Yes. Tomorrow. Mhm. Yes. Thank you. All right, Norma. On Campion, tell him no, they received notice because they signed a reset form. All right, could I have a prosecutor, please? Any prosecutor, anyway. Court is calling 2025 CR 0033573 and 2025 CR 004696, State versus Valerie Campion. Deputy Laura, could you make an announcement for Valerie Campion? Oh, you're here? Oh, come forward. We're off the record. Hello, how are you doing? All right, so your attorney's not present. So you're going to be recalled for tomorrow.
Okay.
All right? So we'll see you then at 9, okay?
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Once you get the reset form, you're excused. All right, thank you. Bye-bye. Have a good one. Okay. Jesus Arez Mendez. And does he only have one case?
He had several cases. This is a restitution hearing setting, so we did a plea for probation and dismissals about 10 days ago with Mr. Edelman. And we were to come here today to have a determination on restitution.
All right, state, do you have an amount of restitution?
Just as you were calling us up here, I did get a figure for the victim, I believe it's Milton Zarate, of $600. I just trying to confirm, sorry, Judge, this is Andrew Edelman's case, but well, my understanding now, I just gotta, sorry, I'm reading off my phone.
No problem.
That's correct. It's $600 total to Duarte for all the cases.
And did we provide any documentation?
Well,
I know it's hard to get.
not off my, but I mean, just to let you know, it says for the expense of the tools stolen and also the damage to the ignition column. That's what it was
Well,
just
that's
stated to
getting
me.
off light for the damage to the ignition column, because that's usually more than that.
That they just spoke to the victim on the phone, just probably minutes ago.
No, I'm just saying that to say he's being reasonable, because the damage to the ignition
Oh, yeah.
column is more than that.
That's what I would figure too, Judge.
If you're going to the dealership for the damage to the
That's just labor.
column, oh no, that's time when you drive on the line, just for them looking at it. And you see all these shows where you try to negotiate the price down.
Mhm.
They don't do that.
Yeah.
I tried that
Oh,
one
yeah.
time, and they're like, there's nothing we can do. That's the labor.
Yeah, I agree.
Yes.
So I spoke with my client. He's willing to accept just Mr. Garahan's statement that the restitution is 600 as a final amount. And we just would ask that he be released and so we can start his probation.
All right, so $600 and what is the name of the complainant?
Judge, I have it as a Milton Duarte. Last name is spelled Duarte.
All righty. All right, and then let me see. So has he completed his TAP evaluation?
It sounds like he did, and he said outpatient treatment was recommended.
All right, so probation, if he's completed all of his in custody evaluations, whatever the recommendations are for that, then he can be released.
Sorry.
Oh, no problem. And they're supposed to have done the gang evaluation as well.
No recommendations. Happy evaluations, they did the recommendation is for basics and outpatient treatment and documented of court meetings. It's also recommended to the MAX program
Okay.
and I don't have anything in regards to the gang evaluation. I would have to check on that.
All right. Do you have any prior gang affiliation? I'm sorry, what? I'm not talking about right now.
No, I don't, I'm not, that's my past.
So my question is, do you have prior gang affiliation?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so they probably still have you on the books as a gang member. So, Ms. Abrams, if you can make sure the gang evaluation is completed. What do you recommend? I'm sorry?
I said, are they still holding me?
How long will it take for a gang evaluation in custody? All right, so here's the. All right, she's gonna reach out to the manager. Let me explain something to you. One, they're gonna recommend that you're on gang supervision. Gang supervision, Deputy Laura says, is not as intense as my probation. So you can wait in custody for the gang evaluation. It's gonna say gang supervision and you're gonna be placed on it. Or what's gonna end up happening is probation is gonna come knocking on your door at any time per week till the evaluation is completed. Now, if you're under gang supervision, they don't come see you weekly. But if I believe that you have gang affiliation, then probation, when they do field visits, they're going to come knocking on your door weekly at any time. And they'll do it once a week. Gang supervision is not weekly supervision, but my supervision until you're under gang supervision is weekly supervision. Here's my thing. You know you better than I know you, better than your attorney knows you. Now me, if somebody were to come to my house on a weekly basis, they're not going to find anything illegal because they're not going to know where to search. I'm just joking. I'm joking. Laura, were you waiting for that punchline? No, but the reason why I tell you this is because you're on probation and you have to walk a fine line. You know better than I do your abilities. Now, what I'm telling you is for gang supervision, until you're placed on gang supervision, I'm going to ask probation to come weekly by your house. And they're going to knock on your door and you have to let them in.
That's fine with me. I'm trying to change my life. So.
All right, I hope you're changing your life then.
Right.
Okay.
And Judge, after that, I just have,
Yes.
I just needed to put I think there's two last names for the victim.
Okay.
And I just want to give the other name when you have a chance.
Oh, I'm ready.
Oh, it's Porcayo? I mean, it's spelled Porcayo. And I'll supply to probation a phone number to reach that individual at.
All right, so Milton Duarte has a $600 restitution.
Right.
And then Porcayo.
That is the same individual.
Oh,
Yeah, it's just, I believe he has a Hagford or two last names, I guess you could say it that way.
okay. All right.
Thank you, Judge.
And then, so there'll be, oh, wait a minute. She may have something for us. So, Mr. Arrest Mendez, I have to make sure that everybody is on the straight and narrow when they're under probation with me. If gang supervision is supervising you, then I know they know certain things that need to be done. But I can't send you out in the world without supervision, intensive supervision, knowing that you have prior gang affiliation. That is something I won't do. And I know that everybody says, you know, I'm changing my life, and some people do, but then some people don't. Mhm. Yeah, we're ready. But they warned you and you still went out to get tear gassed.
I didn't think there was gonna be tear gas.
They didn't put that part in there.
I mean, we knew there was gonna be police and riots.
Yeah. They didn't do it.
He said he has documented and they can get him into, there is no wait list right now, so they can give him an intake next Wednesday.
All righty. So does he need to stay in custody for that? All right. So next Wednesday.
So how probation works is you're gonna get released hopefully in the next 24 hours. So then you need to report to probation right away. So if you get released tonight, you go the following morning, then you're gonna have an appointment. And I'll make sure you have my contact information so that if you don't know where to go for that appointment on Wednesday, you can call me Tuesday night. So we know where to send. Sound good?
Sounds good.
All right, in this court, to be successful on probation, communication is key. If there's an issue, you need to let your probation officer know about it. If you feel they're not addressing it, you can always come back to court. If I'm here, I will address it. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, good luck to you.
Thank you.
For gang diversion programs, the outpatient treatment, schedule your analysis, sober support meeting, and the restitution.
Yes.
Thank you.
And there should be already, as part of his condition, he's not allowed to reside with minors.
Yes.
Okay. All righty.
I'll make sure.
Thank you.
Yes, Judge, it's already at part of it.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
Zachary Gilmore, why do I have that? All right, and Bashan, whenever you're ready on Malik.
I can have it.
No, are they zooming him in?
Too sure, Judge. Adriana said that they have him at 1.5, saying that they don't have him, so I don't know. Speaking it's 1.5 back to 6. It's not what that is. Steps.
All right,
Probably talking to some.
so,
I want to try to go to this.
here we are. He just popped in. Uh, 187, 12 room. Could you unmute? Yes. And could I see his file, please? Okay. Thank you. Hello, Mr. Lumpkin. Oh, could you all address yes, thank you.
No, that's how I'm not on B.
Hi. All right, so this is what ended up happening this morning. The bus broke down, so they couldn't transport him over. Then there were some issues, and I'm sure, as you can understand, sometimes when people have mental health issues, it has to be a regimented schedule, and when things go off kilter, everything goes off kilter. So I was told that you had some concerns about his physical well-being. So the deputies, I asked them to call over to the jail. Deputy Laura called over there to see what's going on. I asked the court coordinator to have him by Zoom so that you can see him.
Thank you.
So you're welcome. So Deputy Laura, is he okay at the jail? So, and what I can tell you in this court, if somebody wasn't doing well at the jail, anytime somebody tells me, it could be the parents, it could be the relative, they'll let me know. If they think that something's wrong at the jail, I'll ask the deputies here, who I trust, to call over there to see what's going on. And they will give me detail, because at the jail, especially when you have persons who have mental health issues, everything has to be documented, because otherwise you'll get in trouble with the government. So everything is documented. So he's doing okay. The reason why he wasn't here is because the bus broke down.
Yes.
And there's not another bus for him. So his attorney, Michael DeLeon, is still working on trying to get everything arranged so he and the state can come together on what would be an appropriate outcome for these cases.
Yes.
So that's what he's working on. And as you all know, when you're dealing with mental health or physical health or something of that nature, it takes longer.
Yes.
So we're going to come back, Mr. Lumpkin. We're going to come back on your case on the 22nd. All right?
I just have a question.
Sure.
Why are they treating me like this at the jail? Like I haven't been able to shower, eat.
All right. So I'm gonna talk to them about your ability to shower. But what I can tell you is, when you're dressed in a red outfit like you're dressed in, they only allow you out of the jail, out of your cell at certain times. And then during that time frame, you have a chance, you're supposed to shower, and then they have for you to do an activity. But I know everybody wishes the shower time could be longer, but when you think about the number of inmates they have at the jail, they can't give somebody a 30-minute shower. So I will check, Mr. Lumpkin, I will check, and I will call the sheriff, and I will check on whether or not you're being allowed to shower, and I will do that today.
Can I please say something?
Sure.
Can we ask Malik if he is eating and drinking? Please.
All right. Are you eating and drinking food? Drinking water or something and eating?
They allow me to.
So let me ask you this. Did you have breakfast?
Yes, I did today. Yes.
All right. Did they give you lunch?
After a while, yeah, they did. Yeah.
All right. Have they been giving you dinner?
We'll see if they give me it today. They haven't been giving me it for a while. I know what the problem is.
All right. So what I can tell you is this, miss.
Oh.
Unless you tell them there are specific dietary restrictions you have, everybody gets served the same thing. I've been over at the jail. I've watched them make the food, serve the food, because I'm always interested. And I was always interested as a defense attorney. If I have a client who's at the jail, I need to see what the jail is about.
Yes.
If I had a client who was at the state jail facility, I would go to the state jail facility, because I want to know where my client is. So what I can tell you is, for lunch, it's usually a bologna sandwich with some fruit. And do they give them milk or water?
This is Deputy West.
Yes.
And most of the time they get a vegetable, some type of dessert, bread, some type of meat, and some juice every day for lunch, for their 3 meals.
And then how long are they allowing the persons who have mental health issues to shower?
Anybody in Red here, ma'am, they come out for 1 hour a day by the Texas jail standards.
All right, thank you. Do y'all have any other questions?
Yes, Judge, because I know that's why they were, motioning for Malik to be transferred to the rehabilitation center, because I did tons of research and noticing that especially people with mental illness, that every time Malik has a schizophrenic episode or going into psychosis episode, he gets thrown into the isolation cell, which is, the all day, and then get let out for 1 hour, which I know, especially for people with mental illness, is, could be considered cruel and unusual punishment, because their mental is already, low, and then it's declining more and more, because then he doesn't get out. And usually I can tell you, Judge, my son, he was calling me like 5 or 6 times a day. And the last time I spoke to him was about 5 days ago. And he said, Mom, I feel mental slipping again. And I said, well, Malik, tell them so they can help you. And then I never heard from him again. And so I got concerned and I called the jail myself a couple of days later. And they told me that that he's been thrown in isolation and he just left medical because now was in an altercation.
Well, what I can tell you is this. When people go to the jail, if they have mental health issues, they get their classifications. And, you know, this is why I tell everybody, you have to write to your legislature because funding, nobody has funding. And so they have to make a determination what is safest for him. If he is having outbursts and there are mental health issues, general population may not be safest for him because if he has a mental outburst or if he is having psychosis or something is going on and he strikes another inmate, that inmate is probably going to strike him back and there's going to be a big fight. So at the jail, they do try to classify people whether or not they should be in general population or not. Now, if he has a mental health diagnosis, which he does, they have nurses that will come in to see them to make sure they're taking their medication. Legally, they can't force them to take their medication. You have to have a court order for that. And that doesn't happen until you go to the civil court for forcing of medications. So the jail is really not the place for people who have mental health illnesses. But your problem is your son is sort of in a little bit of a limbo area. The reason why he's in limbo is he has a new case and that new case has to be taken care of. But then he has the mental health issues. If he didn't have the new case that was open and pending, there would be more that I could do for him and more that his attorney could do for him. But right now, that new case needs to be taken care of. However, they decide they're going to take care of it, whether it ends up in a jury trial or what. And then, you know, the other placement and all of those issues can be addressed. But with what he's charged with, there's not going to be a placement that will take him because they're looking at potential civil liability because they know what he's charged with and that it's alleged to be a violent offense. I don't take it as true because I haven't heard any evidence. And so there is no other facility that's outside the realm of a facility for people who have charges like these that would accept him because they're looking at different liabilities and they have their governmental standards that they have to abide by on who they can accept. But what I can tell you, if you have a concern about his safety or anything, of course, you can always let this court know and you can always go to the jail or call the jail and let them know, hey, these are my concerns and they'll address them. You just have to make sure you let them know.
And Judge, one more question. Instead of him being in the isolation, is it possible to be transferred like to the hospital setting? Like
What I will tell you is the jail, they're in charge of transportation. They're in charge of whether they're in isolation or not, because the jail is in charge of safety and security. I have no control over that.
Yes.
Whether or not he's transported to a facility for mental health, that really depends on certain motions that his attorney filed and then certain rulings that are made by the court that would hear that. And that's a quasi civil matter because it has to do with mental health.
And that's another thing, Judge. What if we can't get the court-appointed attorney to file any motions?
Oh, so here's the thing. This is what I tell families. You may think a court-appointed attorney is moving slowly. Sometimes people will say, oh, this court-appointed attorney, I just don't like them. I think they're horrible.
Well, he's a very nice man.
No. But let me just tell you. And then you know what they do? They go out and hire someone. And then the people who know who the attorneys are, they are stunned that they let such a good attorney go. And that attorney was basically free. So what I can tell you too, sometimes attorneys, they're very busy and they already know that your son is an adult.
Yes.
So really, they don't have to bring you into the conversation because he's an adult. And I would always tell clients, look, I can't bring your parents into this conversation because what we're saying is confidential. And then sometimes if I'm bringing your parents into the conversation every day, then I can't work on your case because I'm busy having a conversation with your family every day. So what I can tell you is this, the attorney that was appointed to represent your son. If he was not qualified to handle these type of cases, he would not have been appointed to represent your son. Okay?
And am I allowed, Judge, if I have power of attorney and also medical durable power of attorney over Malik, can I file motions pro se on his behalf?
All right, so let me explain something to you. Now you're asking me legal questions, and I'm not allowed to act as an attorney or give anyone legal advice.
Okay,
But I would suggest to you to call his attorney.
yes, ma'am. Okay. Thank you, Judge. Thank you for doing this for me. I more than appreciate this. Thank you.
Oh, you're so welcome. I understand. All right, you're welcome. You're welcome. And if you talk to his attorney, I'm sure his attorney will speak to you. All right, thank you. All right, Deputy Laura, can you let him know he can be excused, Norma?
Should he did there, should have did there.
All right, thank you, Deputy, for bringing him.
Put him with the pump, looking clear.
All right, Rick. The request for early termination, you were opposed, so they'll set it for a hearing. That is on Zachary Gilmore. Yes. And let's see. The other one was Cameron Scott, if you'll set that as well. They're gonna set those. Yes, for early term. Right. So state.
for your discretion in taking this last.
Oh, no problem. You're welcome. All right. It's the court's understanding that the jury has signified that they've reached a verdict. So we're back on the record in 2024 CR 009. I'm sorry, 006-930. State versus Alexander Rodriguez. Could I have parties announce?
Not done and for the state.
Marissa Fernandez Pat and Marissa Giovanco waiting on Alexander.
Okay.
Don't you know who I ran into just now?
Who did you run into?
A judge from back in the day. And he gets
Judge Rabin?
No,
He always tells these jokes. So.
I ran into Judge Michael Kiesler in the basement.
Get out of town.
Yeah.
Do we have any other files remaining over there?
There's some sitting right here. I don't know what this is.
No, I mean, court files.
Oh, those aren't court.
All righty, we have to take care of these. We're waiting. All right, so to people in the gallery, we've been informed we have a verdict. So this is what I'm going to tell everybody. And I want everybody to hear me clearly. There will not be any outbursts. There will not be any cheers. There will not be any tears. We're not going to have that because that puts the deputies on high alert. And then you know what's going to end up happening? Whatever side you're on with the cheers or whatever it may be, a deputy is going to tap you on your shoulder and you will not be coming back to this courtroom unless you're called as a witness. And there's not going to be any explanation needed because that's how it's going to be. So let the deputies have an easy job today. All right, this one's been taken care of. This is supposed to come back on the 24th. But I think. All right, the defendant is present in the courtroom. Are both parties ready to receive the verdict?
Yes.
All right, let's bring the jurors in.
All right, for the jury.
All right, everyone, please be seated. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's the court's understanding that you've reached a verdict in this case. Is that correct? And is the verdict unanimous? All right, if you'll hand the verdict form to the deputy, please. Thank you, Deputy Laura. All right, with regards to count one, it states, we, the jury, find the defendant guilty of the offense of continuous sexual abuse of a young child. Count two, we, the jury, find the defendant guilty of the offense of indecency with the child. And count three, we, the jury, find the defendant guilty of the offense of indecency with the child. Does anyone wish to have the jury polled?
Yes.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to ask you if this is your true verdict. If this is your verdict, I need you to answer yes. Does everyone understand?
Yes.
All right, so we'll start on the front row. Is this your verdict?
Yes.
Is this your verdict? 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 Is this your verdict?
Yes.
All right. Thank you. So you have done your service in this trial. So I'm going to have you, Deputy Laura, take you all to the back and I'll come back and speak with you briefly, okay? Everyone, please rise for the jurors. All right, everyone, please be seated. All right, so legally, I don't need to do a PSI. We can have a hearing now for sentencing if both parties are ready to proceed with sentencing. All right, I'll let you speak to your client. I'm going to speak with the jury and I'll be right back. talk with Miss Ferguson and see what is a good date. All right. Norma. We don't need a PSI, they just have witnesses they want to call. Yeah.